Welcome. If you're new here, welcome aboard. If you're returning, thank you so very much. Appreciate it. So, after I did last night's tutorial, first, bazinga. After I did last night's tutorial, I realized I neglected some things. So, we're going to go over them. Some of them I'll show you, and some will be, I'll just do while I'm whipping and chatting with you guys. So anyway, this new set that I've done up and that are ready for release, oops, I'm just knocking things over all over the place. Bowl in a china shop. Just, that's me. I think I said in the last tutorial that please be patient with them. They're a little bit more goopier than I normally do, so I'm going to cut back on the amount of fragrance that I put in those, and they shouldn't be as goopy, but as long as you twirl them in your fingers a lot to get rid of the goopiness, and then once you get them loaded, tap it on your shirt and your pants, you should be good to go. Now the other thing, you can use this right here for putting your water in, and then just put the water in the top, so you don't have to, or just dip your finger in. It's up to you how you want to do that. The one thing that I neglected to mention was that how to breathe new life into your glue dots so that they last longer, and you don't have to put them in, because I've gone more than a week using my pop dots, and that's a really long time. I mean, talk about getting into a zone. I mean, yeah, definitely. So, how do you do that? I'm gonna show you. I'm gonna show you that right now, because I still have this one right here. This one's getting ready to be needing to be replaced. This one right here. This one has glue dots. Okay, or my pop dots. So what you do is you take your water. Okay. You dip your finger in that, or you lick your fingers, wherever. And what you're going to do is you're going to rub it across. You're going to rub it across the tip here. Alright, and this one's getting ready to come out. That's why this one's about ready to be replaced. And then what you do is you gunk it up, put it on your shirt for a little bit, and you're good to go. On the single placer, the same thing. Let's see, there we go. Okay, so what you're going to do is you're going to tap it. Now it's out of focus again. There we go. You're going to tap it. Alright, and then gunk it up on your shirt and your pants, and you're good to go. If I use the 3 to 5 drop rule, if it's not wanting to pick up, and it keeps falling out after 3 to 5 times, and you've done this a couple of times, you've done the water trick a couple of times, then it's time to replace it. And especially if you've been working with it for about a week or so, or longer, then yeah, it's time to replace your pop dots. Okay, so again, what you're gonna do is dip your finger, but your forefinger and your thumb. Okay, run it across, run your finger across, run your finger across, alright, like that. There we go. Run your finger across the top, Alright, and then gunk it back up. Because what you're doing is the drills do get dust on them, and you're just taking that dust off. And especially after ABs, if you've picked up your ABs, do the same thing. Just wet it, rub it across, gunk it up with your finger and your shirt and your pants, and you're good to go. And then do the same thing with your single placer. Alright? Do the same thing with your single placer. Doing, you know, the jabbing it with the, you don't want your finger soaking, but with the dampened finger, and then tap it, and then after you've tapped it, gunk it up a little bit with your shirt and your pants and with your finger, and you should be good to go. And that's how to extend the life of your pop dots. Alright, so that they will last, they should last a week, if not longer. And that, of course, that depends on how much you diamond paint. If you diamond paint 8 to 10 hours a day, they may not last as long for you, and that's okay. If they last for 2 to 3 days, hey, that's good. The thing about the pop dots is the longevity, the lack of residue, the nice sounding pop. Oh, and the other thing I was going to tell you is sometimes it's not the pop dots that are an issue, it is your canvas. If it's not wanting to stick and you're having to use very, very gentle pressure, I have found, like with this canvas here, there are spots on it that it just doesn't want to, it doesn't want to not only not want to let go. That's what I was thinking. It's that there are spots on this canvas that the glue is not very sticky. Even though I did my sticky test on this and I was satisfied, this canvas has been a little bit of a beast. So I've had to glue some of the drills down, and I use just regular nail glue. Brush on nail glue, because it just did not want to stay. So sometimes it may not be your glue dot, it may be the canvas. So, or your pop dot, it may be the canvas. So I'm not saying that's a rule of thumb, because most canvases have plenty of sticky, but just want to let you know that if it's still wanting to not, if you lay your drill down and it comes back up, it may be a little bit too sticky and not wanting to let go of your drills, or it could be, check your field that you're working in your drill field. It could be that it's your it could be that it's the drill field, a spot in the drill field that is just not wanting to let go. So some things to consider when you're working with the pop dots, okay? So just saying that there's all different kinds of things that play a factor into it. So that's why I said be patient with these. There is a learning curve, as with anything. Now this batch is a little bit more goopier. Like I said, just work with it until it becomes not as goopy before you put it into your pen tip. And then once you put it into your pen tip, then you're good. You should be good to go. All right. So, but I'm going to adjust the formula again. So the next batch I make up, which I will be making up some on Monday, well, Tuesday, probably Tuesday, because Monday I'm going to probably be out of pocket for most of the day, and I'm not gonna, and I'm finding that if I do these in the morning / afternoon, then they have a chance to set for 24 hours, because they are needing to set, so I don't just make them and that's it, we're done. No, I usually have to let them sit for at least 24 hours before I start even packaging them or considering packaging them and getting them ready for you guys. So I've got some scents coming in on Monday that I will be making up on Tuesday that will be a part of the release. So, and again, it takes a while to make these because it's not just, well, I've got to make them, but there's a process that I have to go through. So it takes a good 3 to 5 days to work these up. So it's not just like, and these are handmade, so take that into consideration too when you're working with these. But I do want any and all feedback. I really do. The good and the not so good, or constructive criticism is welcome. Bashing is not. So, but I don't think you guys are going to be that way. So, but any and all feedback will be greatly appreciated. Because I need to know if there's a problem so that I can try and troubleshoot it and solve it for you. And if you have any questions, talk with any of the mods and ask them questions, or we will put out, just the Facebook is there. You're more than welcome to do a new chat, a new post, and say, okay, I've discovered this as an issue. How should I seek to resolve it? And I will do my best to answer your questions, or any of the mods. Michelle Wilburn has graciously accepted to be a moderator, so, and she will be assisting in the drops, and she will be assisting in fielding questions. So if I'm not available, because my hours of operation are really weird, I have a really weird sleep schedule. I'm a night owl, let's just put it that way. So I sometimes my bedtime is a little weird. So in other words, so I might not be available because I might be sleeping. So, but anyway, that's why I was wanting to get mods in place so that they can help with fielding questions. Alright, so how to put longevity into your pop dots. Use the water and trace them over, and take your finger and put it over that area of the pop dot, whether it's a single placer or multi-placer, and that should give you more longevity in your pop dots, because that's what we want. We want you to go and be able to get into a rhythm, because that's one thing about the kit wax. That's where people get frustrated, is because they have to constantly reload, because it stops wanting to stick after you drill, place 5 drills on the canvas, and that's frustrating. I know that's where I was getting frustrated, and the residue. So, but people like wax, people like putty, and people like glue dots or pop dots. So, which my pop dots are glue dots. So everybody's got something that they feel good with, that they feel comfortable with using, and that is fine. I'm really liking the putty in my multi-placer, so I may be searching out and finding, well, I do have already, oh good grief, I forgot her name. Diamond Art Supply. Angela, that's what her name is. I do have some of her putty, and I like it a lot. With Nix's Notions, has good putty. And I've made my own, but it is too labor intensive for me to even think about. And there's plenty of putty makers out there. So I had thought about maybe doing up putty and selling it, but no, I would rather stick with my pop dots. So, and I will be releasing some cover minders. I don't think it's going to happen with this drop because I've been focusing on too much of getting everything ready for you guys. So, but eventually I'm going to be doing up some. I've got some. I'm going to be probably posting them next week. Not with the drop, this drop, but I will probably be posting some next week, and possibly some more scents. We'll see. We shall see. We shall see. So I've rambled on long enough, or waffled on long enough, and I think I'm done with this color. Yes, I think I'm done with this color. So again, if you have any questions at all, please do not hesitate to ask. And once you purchase and start working with these, I would really appreciate that you share them, that you've got them, and then share your experiences with the group. What you like, what you don't like. But please, be kind and considerate, and constructive criticism is always taken much better, and it's a lot, doesn't get people defensive. Not saying that I would, but it's all about the method of delivery. It is. So, alright, with that being said, if no one's told you today, I love you. You are special. You are unique. Believe it to your very core. I love you. Okay? And if you like this video, please give it a thumbs up. I'd really appreciate it. And hit that subscribe button on the way out. I'd appreciate that as well. Okay? And wherever you're at, I hope you're having a wonderful and blessed day, evening, or afternoon. And remember, stay healthy, stay safe, keep the faith, and keep praying. And we will see you later. Alright? Bye.